the ultimate guide to unlock the jump rope make release. Coming up. Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Geraldo from Elevate, bringing you the best tips and tricks to get you skipping like a boss. On this channel I feature a lot of jump rope tutorials, motivation and also routines, so if you're new out here, consider subscribing and also ring the bell to make sure you don't miss a thing. In today's video we're doing mix. So are you ready to learn the most in-demand jump rope trick out there? If so, make sure to watch this video all the way to the end, as after covering the basic make release, I'll be sharing some killer combos to practice right after getting it down. The make release is an awesome jump rope release drill and really opens up a new dimension of skipping once you manage to add it to your daily drills. A small disclaimer though, it's addictive, so proceed with extreme caution. Also, it's a little bit of a hard move, so don't expect to get it down right away. However, when you understand the basics, you can take a few minutes every training to drill it down until you can finally do them flawlessly. Also, if you're still looking for a good jump rope, make sure to navigate to elevaterope.com and use coupon ELEVATE10 to get a 10% discount on these babies. Now without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Hey, what's cracking guys? Now before we're going to start throwing our rope around, I want to make sure we have the proper gear and surroundings for it. Firstly, rope type. Beaded versus PVC ropes. When I started out learning mix, I learned it with a 5mm PVC rope, which in my personal opinion delivers more than enough feedback to get your mix down. Having said that, I do have to say that learning mix releases with a beaded rope will probably shorten your learning curve, as beaded ropes tend to give more feedback, which helps you feel the whereabouts of your rope better in comparison with a PVC rope. So for this tutorial, we're going to proceed with my beaded rope. If you don't have one, don't worry, your PVC will do just fine. I prefer to choose short handles over long handles. Again, a feedback thing. Talking about handles, really make sure your PVC or beaded rope's handles are made of durable plastic that can smash into your surroundings without breaking. This will save you a lot of money. If you don't have one, don't worry. You could go to our website elevaterope.com and cop one. Or for the time being, practice your releases on grass until you've got a pretty decent catching conversion. Last but not least, rope length. I found that the shorter the rope is, the easier my releases are. Just like rope type, rope length is also a feedback thingy. The shorter your rope, the better your feedback, the easier the catch. Therefore, try to size your rope to at least nipple level, or preferably even shorter, to make the learning curve of the release the shortest. Now after we've managed to get the right rope with the right handles, excellent length and good surroundings, it's time to have some fun. So you've been hearing me talk a lot about feedback in the previous chapter. Basically, make releases rely heavily upon the feedback you get from your rope and the way you go about controlling that feedback. So in order for you to learn how to work with the feedback the rope gives you, we're going to do some momentum drills so you can start feeling the rotation and start to get used to controlling the rope with one hand. First off, I want you to throw one handle onto the ground in front of you and start rotating your handle clockwise. Try to get your rope spinning just like I do in the video. Start slowly and all of a sudden you'll feel a force that will keep your rope mid-air. That's the momentum that I'm talking about. Congrats! Now from that point, try to steer your rope to the left side of your body. By the way, if you're left-handed, just do everything the other way around. And from that point, try to shift from a horizontal arc into a vertical arc. This might be challenging at first, but it's a fun momentum drill to get used to spinning the rope around using the feedback you get from your rope. Once you've managed to get it, move on to step 3, where we'll move into doing the actual mic release. In the next step, we're diving into the 3-step mic mechanics. Step 1 being the entry move, step 2 being the release and rotation of the rope, and step 3 being the catch. In the next chapters, we'll go over them step by step to make sure you don't miss out on any of the steps. So for step 1, we're talking about entering the move. There's actually 2 ways to enter it. Number 1, which is my personal favorite, is to throw the rope into your mic. Number 2 is the wrist pop, where you use your wrist to create that vertical spin. I suggest practicing them both to find out which feels the best for you and go from there. Now for the first one, the toss, we're going to enter it by performing a side swing to both sides. In the video you can see me swinging over to my dominant side, my right side in the video, and then enter my mic on my non-dominant side by looping into the swing. Rotate the rope once, place my left hand above my right hand and gently toss it to the front. As your rope already has the rotation, you want to follow that rotation when tossing your rope. Don't throw it too hard or you'll break that momentum. Try to remember that the goal here is to gently toss your rope in the already existing momentum of the rope. Now for the second entry, the wrist pop, we're going to enter it again by doing a side swing to both sides, and when the swing enters your non-dominant side, instead of tossing your rope to the front, you want to pop it to the front by placing the piece of rope that's just below your handle on top of your wrist and using your wrist to create that vertical spin, just like in the video. Cheers, we've got the entry down. Now let's move on to the rotation. First off, we're going to talk about our hand positioning. The hand that is going to release the rope is always going to be on top of your turning hand. Technically, the hand that's going to be rotating can do as many rotations as you'd like. But for starters, I'd go for 2 rotations. So once your left hand releases, try to focus on making 2 rotations while the rope is traveling mid-air. Return your rotating hand back to pocket position. Don't try to catch it yet, we'll do that in the next step. Now to finish the move, for the catch, get your turning hand back into place before catching the handle. Getting your turning hand back into pocket position will get the rope back into the basic loop where you want it to catch it and possibly jump over it. Don't worry about catching the rope instead of the handle. To be honest, I catch the rope more often than I catch the handle at my stage still, so don't worry about it at all. When you catch the rope instead of the handle, continue skipping and use the movement of the rope to gently slide your handle down into your hands. Now, when releasing your rope, a good thing to focus on is keeping the rope close to your body in a vertical way when rotating the rope for a clean release. Also try to keep your body and hips pointing as forward as possible. Also try to keep your spinning hand to the side of your body and try not to let the spin go behind you. This will help you a lot. As I said before, don't use too much force when you're going for the spin. Rather than using brute force to spin the rope around, try to continue the momentum the rope already has from the swing to get it to turn. Lastly, timing is more important than speed and power. If you've made it this far, congratulations, you're one of the GOATs. As a reward, I'm going to share some killer combos to show you just how deep the rabbit hole goes. I'll add some slow motions for you to try them out yourself too. Now that's all guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing, like this video, leave a comment in the comment section below, share it with your friends, and I would also love to know what kind of challenge, what kind of tutorial, or maybe what kind of compilation you would want me to feature in one of the upcoming videos. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one.